So now it's your turn to have a go. In the past, I've always given you 2 points, and then ask you to find out the equation of this line. But now I'm going to give you well, a straight line is y equals mx plus c. But now I'm going to give you the gradient and 1 point that the line passes through, and then you could have come up with an equation for that line. Okay, so this question here. A line has a gradient of 2, okay, and it passes through this point here. Find out the equation of that line. Normally you don't get a grid. So, but this is just a warm up. So look what it means. It passes through the point 4, 5. So 4, 5. It passes through this point here, and it has a gradient of 2. So it has a gradient is the steepness of a line. So when you say a gradient of 2, it means, well, it has a 2 up and a 1 across. So it has to be, well, it has a steepness of this. 2 up, 1 across. 2 up and 1 across. It has a steepness of 2, basically. So what it means is it passes through this point here, and it has a steepness of 2. So work out the equation for this line. Okay, so yeah, so press pause and have a go. Okay, so to do this here, well, normally you're not going to get given a grid like this. So start by just sketching it. So hang on. So your graph will look something like this. It has it passes through a point of 4, 5. So guess around here. Okay, and it has a steepness of 2. So start by writing y equals mx plus c. Now you know the m equals 2, so we can put that in there immediately. So y equals 2x plus c. Now you know it passes through this, and this is your x here, because x is always first, and then this is your y here. Well, x, you can put that into here, and then you can put the 5 into here. So this will be 5 equals, well, 2 times this 4 here, because we're going to put the 4 into the x. So 2 times 4 would be 8 equals well, plus c equals that. So take away 8 from both sides. So this will be minus 3c. Okay. So what that means is the intercept here is at minus 3. Okay. So the overall equation. Well, now that you know c, let's put it back into here, because we were almost there when we got to this stage. We only need to know c here, but now that we know c, we can put it into there. So our overall equation will be y equals 2x minus 3. So this is the equation for this line here. Okay. Next question here. So a line passes through a line has a gradient of 5. It passes through this point here. Find out the equation for that line. Start by sketching. Where's this point? And guess the steepness. So this point here, minus 3, 8, probably somewhere up here. And then it has a steepness of 5. Steepness of 1 is that diagonal, but 5, so it's quite steep. Probably somewhere around here, like this. Well, anyway, do what you have to do. Find out the equation for this line. Press pause and have a go. Okay, so as usual, just quickly sketch this. Minus 3, 8, gradient of 5, so it's quite steep. It's something like this. Find out the equation for this line. Well, it's the line, so jump to y equals mx plus c. Okay, now that you know the gradient, so put the 5 into here. So y equals 5x plus c. Now use this. This is your x, so let's put that into here, and this is your y, so let's put it into here. So it will be 8 equals, well, 5 times minus 3 would be minus 15 plus c. Don't forget the c will be quite big, because if you extend this line here, you see c is quite high up. The intercept is quite high up. So now add 15 to both sides. So this will be 23. C equals 23. So this point here is 23. Okay. Earlier we were almost there. We needed a c. Now that we know the c, so let's put this into here. So the overall equation here would be 5x plus 23. Okay. All right. Next question here. So that this is your equation. Okay. Next question here. A line. There should be a space here, but never mind. A line part has an be careful. Hang on. Let me just hang on. Let me just correct this. Hang on. Okay. Hang on. Bear with me. Okay. Okay. So a line has an intercept of 3. Passes through this point here. So here, I've changed the questions slightly. So you draw a picture to see what's going on, and then try and figure it out. Okay, find out this the equation of this line, but draw the picture just to see what's going on. So press pause and have a go. You see, you guys were expecting me to follow the routine of giving you a gradient and then it passes through this, but I've changed it slightly. So when I say it has an intercept of 3, well here, this is the intercept of 3. So draw a line, okay? Sorry, draw a diagram to see what's going on. It passes through 2, 4. Well, 2 somewhere here, 4 is probably here, okay? So it has an intercept of 3, passes through this point here. Well, in this video, you were expecting me to give you the gradient and then a point. Well, here, in effect, this question here boils down to me giving you 2 points. This point here and this point here. So I've given you a slightly different question. So this point here is 0, 3, and then another point here 2, 4. Okay. So basically, well, you've got to find out this gradient here. Okay. So you've got your line here. Find out the gradient. So the gradient would be well this is, hang on, this is 2, 4. This is hang on, let me get rid of this. Hang on. So this thing here would be 0, 3 in effect, because the intercept of 3, it means x would be 0. Well, anyway, this point is 0, 3. This point is 2, 4. So the height here would be 1. The width here would be 2. So the gradient is actually half. Okay, because it's 1 over 2. All right. So the gradient is 1 over 2 x plus. Well, we know c is 3. So this could be our final answer here. Okay. Yeah, it could be your final answer. You could rearrange it, but this is acceptable. Okay, so anyway, next question here. So now a line has a gradient of minus 3. It passes through this point. Find out the equation of that line. So draw the diagram just to get a rough idea of what's going on. So press pause and have a go. Okay, let's draw a rough diagram. It passes through this point here, minus 7, minus 9. So I'm going to guess minus 7 to be around here, minus 9, probably here. Okay. Now gradient of 3, gradient of minus 3. So it's quite steep and it's a negative gradient. So it's going to be a line like this. So which means the intercept is quite far down. Okay. The intercept is probably quite far down. Well, anyway, hang on. Let me get rid of this. Okay, so here we've got a point here, and it has a gradient of minus 3, so it's going to be like this. What is the equation for this line? We'll start by writing y equals mx plus c. Okay, the gradient we've been given the gradient here. It's minus 3, so y equals minus 3x plus c. We need to know c. So this is your x here. Let's put this into the x, and let's put the minus 9 into the y. So this will be minus 9 equals, what's minus 3 times minus 7? So that would be positive 21. Okay, positive 21 plus c. Now it's minus 21 from both sides. So C equals minus 30. So this point here is actually minus, well, the intercept is minus 30. Okay, so this is our C. So we can actually put this into here now. Okay, so the overall equation is y equals minus what is it? Minus 3x, and then the intercept is minus 30. So we could leave it like this. Lots of minuses, quite ugly, but we've got no choice. We just got to leave it as it is. So this will be your final answer. Okay. No, that's it. Okay.